long time ago having to do with an article, but I don't know this man. I guess Sloppy Steve brought him into the White House quite a bit, and it was one of those things. That's why Sloppy Steve is now looking for a job. Okay, who else do you have?
Sir, just to follow up, well, Mr. President, the meetings now between South Korea and North Korea, the discussions, I was going to ask, are you comfortable that this will remain just about the Olympics? Are you?
Well, I think so. I spoke with the president, as you know, with President Moon of South Korea. He thanked me very much for my tough stance. And, you know, for 25 years, they haven't been using a tough stance. They've been giving everything. When you look at what Bill Clinton did, and you've seen the famous clip where Bill Clinton wants to give him everything, and where I said years ago with Russert, Meet the Press, many years ago, I talked, I don't think anything's changed. You have to have a certain attitude, and you have to be prepared to do certain things, and I'm totally prepared to do that. But President Moon called me, and we had a great discussion a couple of days ago, and he thanked me very much, and I hope it works out. I very much want to see it work out between the two countries. I'd like to see them getting involved in the Olympics, and maybe things go from there. So I'm behind that 100%. He actually thanked me. He said, and a lot of people have said, a lot of people have written that without my rhetoric and without my tough stance, and it's not just a stance. I mean, this is what has to be done, if it has to be done, that they wouldn't be talking about Olympics, that they wouldn't be talking right now.
Are you comfortable that they're not also taking the conversation beyond the Olympics while he...
Well, I hope they do. I hope they do. I would love to see them take it beyond the Olympics. We have a very good relationship with South Korea. I would love to see it go far beyond the Olympics, absolutely. And at the appropriate time, we'll get involved. But I like the idea, if they're dealing on the Olympics, that should be between those two countries. Yes.
Mr. President, did you ask the White House counsel to ask Attorney General Sessions not to recuse himself from the Russia investigation?
100% proper. The story, by the way, in the Times was way off, or at least off. But everything that I've done is 100% proper. That's what I do, is I do things proper. And, you know, I guess the collusion now is dead, because everyone found that after a year of study, there's been absolutely no collusion. There has been no collusion between us and the Russians. Now, there has been collusion between Hillary Clinton, the DNC, and the Russians. Unfortunately, you people don't cover that very much, but the only collusion is between Hillary and the Russians and the DNC and the Russians. And one of those things. Okay, any other questions?
In what way was the New York Times story off?
You'll find out. But the story was off.
Do you stand by Jeff Sessions as your Attorney General?
Yes.
And will Gary Cohn continue to remain?
I hope so. Where's Gary? Is he here? He was here. Gary, come here. Did you hear the question, Gary, in this beautiful hangar that's freezing?
I did not, sir.
He said, will Gary Cohn continue or remain in the administration? I said, I hope so. Now, if he leaves, I'm going to say I'm very happy that he left, okay? All right? Come here, Gary. Come here. Are you happy, Gary? He just passed a very big bill. I think he's pretty happy.
Yes, I'm happy. How's that?
Come here. Gary, hopefully we'll be staying for a long time. Yes, ma'am.
Just to follow up on the conversations between North Korea and South Korea, are you willing to engage in phone talks with Kim Jong-un right now?
Sure. I always believe in talking.
Do you think
But
that...
we're very firm stance. Look, our stance, you know what it is. We're very firm. But I would be, absolutely I would do that. No problem with that at all.
So no prerequisites to coming to the table and talking with him?
It's not what I said at all. Look, right now they're talking Olympics. It's a start. It's a big start. If I weren't involved, they wouldn't be talking about Olympics right now. They'd be doing no talking, or they would be much more serious. He knows I'm not messing around. I'm not messing around. Not even a little bit. Not even 1%. He understands that. At the same time, if we can come up with a very peaceful and very good solution, we're working on it with Rex, we're working on it with a lot of people. If something can happen and something can come out of those talks, that would be a great thing for all of humanity. That would be a great thing for the world. Very important. Okay?
President.
Yes, sir.
Do you plan on involving yourself in Republican primaries?
Yes, I'll be very much involved.
On the side of the
That's one of the reasons, hard to believe, my poll numbers have gone way up. You'll have to explain that to me someday. But I will tell you Actually, they've been explaining it to me, but they want me to be involved, and we're going to be very involved. In fact, not only with the Senate, also with the House.
And protecting incumbents, or will you...
Protecting incumbents and whoever I have to protect. Look, we need more Republicans. We have to have more Republicans. With that being said, I think we're going to go bipartisan. I think we're going to have some really great bipartisan bills. But we need more Republicans so that we can really get the rest of the Make America Great Again agenda passed. And so I will be actually working for incumbents and anybody else that has my kind of thinking. And I think that's going to happen. We're going to make a lot of trips. We'll be very involved. I think you folks are going to be very happy because you're going to be doing a lot of traveling.
So that includes some challengers to incumbents, too?
I don't see it. I don't see that happening. I don't see that happening at this moment. No, I think they've sort of scattered. We had somebody that lost us, the state of Alabama, and I think, as far as I'm concerned, that was a shame that that was lost. It should never have been lost. And you have to look. With it all being said, we have the right policy. We have the right everything. You still need a good candidate. If you don't have the good candidate, you're just not going to win. So we should have never lost Alabama. It shouldn't have happened. Okay, any other questions? Yes, ma'am.
Mr. President, can you lay out, I know that you guys have released a very long list of requirements and things that you wanted to see on immigration tied to a DACA fix, but can you explain to us right now?
Well, I can just say some of the basics. I can say some of the basics. We want the wall. The wall's going to happen or we're not going to have DACA. We want to get rid of chain migration. Very important. And we want to get rid of the lottery system. In addition to that, we want some money for funding. We need some additional border security. These are great people, and we need some border security. We need ICE. But we want to make sure that in terms of what we want, and we want DACA to happen. We all, everybody, I think I can speak for everybody. We want John Cornyn from Texas. We all want DACA to happen. But we also want great security for our country. So important. We want to stop the drugs from flowing in. Very important. So we have to get rid of the visa lottery. You know, the lottery is a disaster. They give you people, in fact, as you know, the person on the West Side Highway that killed 8 people and so badly injured, legs and arms, so badly injured, many more, that he came in through the lottery system. And remember this, the lottery is just common sense. They're not sending us their finest, okay? When somebody gets picked in the lottery, we're not getting the best people. So we have to get rid of the lottery system. We have to get rid of chain migration. We have to have the wall.
Do you want the lottery and the chain migration aspects in that same piece of legislation?
I think it should be in the same legislation, yes. And I think, frankly, the Democrats feel strongly about it, too. I mean, Chuck Schumer is New York. He saw somebody that came in through the lottery system. He saw this man kill 8 people on the West Side Highway.
President Donald Trump here holding a Q&A session at Camp David, the presidential retreat, where he is meeting with senior Republicans to discuss the party's strategy for the year 2018. Possibly the most important point that has come out of this brief Q&A is the president was asked, would you be prepared to speak to Kim Jong-un, the leader of North Korea? And he says, I have no problem at all doing that, saying that he's looking for a peaceful and a good solution, as he put it, and taking credit for the talks that are going to begin on Tuesday between North and South Korea, the first time that those two countries will have held direct talks in just over 2 years. So the president saying he would definitely talk to Kim Jong-un. And then as far as the book Fire and Fury is concerned, he said, I don't know this man, referring to Michael Wolff, the author of the book. And here is a discrepancy of opinion, possibly a fact, because Michael Wolff says that he had access to the White House to make fly-on-the-wall observations. Michael Wolff saying that he was even given a special badge by the Secret Service to be able to walk around the White House, and that he spent at least 3 hours with Donald Trump both before and after he became the president, and Donald Trump says that he does not know this man. Those possibly the two most interesting lines in terms of the international agenda and the domestic agenda. North Korea, the international, the book, of course, being the talk of American politics. We'll leave it there. Well, they're leaving the stage anyway. Let's go to Saudi Arabia now. It's being reported there that 11 princes have been detained after they protested at a royal palace in Riyadh against the government's new austerity measures. In a corruption crackdown back in November, Saudi authorities detained dozens of members of the royal family and prominent businessmen They were held at a luxury hotel. This time, the 11 princes have been sent to Haya prison, just south of the capital, Riyadh. Haya is used for detaining terror suspects. Let's get some more on this with Mohammed Al-Kubayban, who's a retired Major General in the Saudi Air Force. Major General, thank you for your time. First of all, who are these princes? Are they high level?